So module 3, optical sources, chapter 1. So before going to optical sources, we should know the important points related to light emission. So the emission wavelength depends on the energy band gap given by Eg equal to E2 minus E1, where wavelength lambda is C into H by capital E, or C into H is equal to 1.24. Therefore, lambda equal to 1.24 by capital E. In general, semiconductor compounds have different energy band gaps and atomic spacing called lattice constants. So when we combine semiconductor compounds, we need to bother about adjusting the band gap, adjusting or matching atomic spacing or lattice constants, and the compound must be matched to a substrate. Usually, the substrate is gallium arsenide. Now, in general, if you give importance to energy bands in semiconductors, insulators and conductors, so we'll be having conduction band and valence band. So between conduction band and valence band, band gap is more in case of insulators. Same way, if you take semiconductors, band gap is very less. Whereas in conductors, the band gap is zero. So the various energy bands related to insulators, semiconductors and conductors are shown in the figure. Same way, if you take direct band gap semiconductor and indirect band gap semiconductor, direct band gap semiconductor is DBS. In DBS or in direct band gap semiconductor, the bottom of the conduction band and top of the valence band lie for the same value of K, where K is electron crystal momentum and K is equal to 0 with respect to DBS. If you take indirect band gap semiconductor or IBS, the bottom of the conduction band and the top of the valence band lie for different values of K, say other than 0. So these are the figures with respect to direct band gap semiconductor and indirect band gap semiconductor. So first figure or second figure tells about the graph of E versus K. So if you take direct band gap semiconductors, K is equal to 0. Indirect band gap semiconductors means K will be a different value. So if you take photonics or optical sources, this is how the energy band diagram looks like for radiative recombination and non-radiative recombination. Same way, this is how the direct band gap and indirect band gap looks like. Next comes optical sources. So actually, this chapter is optical sources, or this module is optical sources. So optical transmitter converts electrical input signal into corresponding optical signal. The optical signal is then launched into the fiber. Optical source is the major component in an optical transmitter. So the popularly used optical transmitters are light emitting diode or LED and the semiconductor laser diodes LD. So characteristics of light source of communication. To be useful in an optical link, a light source needs the following characteristics. First one, it must be possible to operate the device continuously at a variety of temperatures for many years. It must be possible to modulate the light output over a wide range of modulating frequencies. For fiber links, the wavelength of the output should be coinciding with one of the transmission windows for the fiber type used. To couple large amount of power into an optical fiber, the emitting area should be small. To reduce material dispersion in an optical fiber link, the output spectrum should be narrow. The power requirement for this operation must be low. The light source must be compatible with the modern solid-state devices. The optical output power must be directly modulated by varying the input current to the device. Better linearity of preventing harmonics and intermodulation distortion. High coupling efficiency is expected. High optical output power is expected. High reliability is expected. Low weight and low cost is expected. So there are two types of light sources used in optical fiber communications or in fiber optics. First one, light emitting diode, and second one light diodes.